The CityArt Walking Sculpture Tour, I'm proud to say, is ranked as one of our most well-appreciated programs in the community. People really, really love it.
Art is not a luxury. It really is a necessity because it touches our heart. It touches our emotions. It brings us joy. It helps us communicate better with each other. It makes a community whole.
CityArt was originally conceived during the Envision 2020 planning process, which happened in about 2006. It was at that time that the community identified downtown redevelopment and revitalization as a major strategic priority.
Everybody recognized that the downtown had to be the city center of the Greater Mankato area, Mankato, North Mankato, and it's kind of the pulse.
The downtown is the signature of the city. It's like your signature or my signature. It's unique to us, and that's what was so great about the City Center Partnership and CityArt. We got to create our signature.
When we started looking at the various programs, we realized nothing would be possible without the cooperation from the City of Mankato, City of North Mankato, as well as business partners and sponsors.
Because there were very generous people all over the city that helped put this together by funding it. We collaborated, I believe, with Twin Rivers Council for the Arts at the time. They had their benefactors as well. And so a budget was assembled. It was very well thought out. All the pieces fit together and away they went.
And the first installation, I recall the then city manager, Pat Henches, walking up to me, and as the streets were full of people walking around and talking to artists and browsing and saying, "This is like the happiest day in the city center that I've seen."
I said, this is one of the happiest things I've seen in my 15 years so far at that point.
I could look in both directions from my office windows and see school children groups, families. It was really cool.
The crowd of people that were down here and the opportunity to meet with the artists themselves, it was amazing, and it just brought a lot of the larger community in because everybody was excited to see this new change that was added. It was substantial.
And here we are. It's so exciting to be at 10 years. And it used to be that people would say, oh, what do you go downtown for? But now people come downtown.
In the last decade, we've really revitalized these downtowns, and the art has just embodied that vitality that's now down here.
Almost anyone who is familiar with the city center 15 to 20 years ago compared to today would recognize how serious the revitalization has been.
Our city center looks dramatically different, whether it's with landscaping, streetscaping, hanging flower baskets, art, beautiful new buildings. It's incredible, the transformation.
This project, the Art Walk, and what you've seen come out of the Art Walk, it just creates a more pleasant and a more confident environment for the investors who are going to invest in their buildings, invest in their employees working down in the area.
The businesses benefit from being downtown now and having all these things going on, like CityArt.
Each year, the sculptures rotate. It's always fresh, and so it entices people to come back down to City Center Mankato and North Mankato, and for communities outside Greater Mankato to come and view the sculptures. The CityArt program has purchased over 13 permanent pieces.
Now it's blossomed beyond the traveling sculptures. Now we have murals.
Sculpture Tour was the first program, but we've now branched into other endeavors, such as murals on buildings, murals on the dike wall, traffic boxes being designed by artists, and then of course the most recent CityArt project being the Silo Art Project, which is one of the few of its type in the world, and will continue to put Greater Mankato on the map as an arts and culture destination.
I absolutely want to shout out Tammy Paulson and her efforts to begin with and getting this whole thing going and continuing now being involved in this 10th year. She had a vision and she got it done.
I have to really give the cities and the Envision 2020 process kudos, because identifying public art as a way to help revitalize and redevelop downtown was really significant.
It's a textbook example of government really helping and facilitating, and the private sector, the community leaders, just taking up the mantle, leading it, fundraising, doing the volunteer work, doing the selections of the art. This is the way it should work.
And then the businesses sponsoring and supporting this. I mean, without them, this program would not have continued for all these years.
Thank yous to all of those who had the dream, put it together, and got our support to be champions behind it, and to all of the benefactors and the local governments and institutions that helped support it, and all of the people who've come here over how many years now to see the sculptures and revitalize our city center.
The City Art Project, it's been a great community asset for us and has really woven its way throughout the entire Greater Mankato community, both Mankato and North Mankato, to really add to that quality of life aspects of the city, and has really helped promote us and distinguish ourselves from our peer communities because of the quality of life that we have here.